Unfortunately, Vice President Biden, you're just simply inaccurate in what you're describing. The cost of doing nothing is far too expensive. I'm going to go back to Vice President Biden. You do nothing to hold the insurance companies to task for what they have been doing to American families.
Kamala Harris said she's not trying to restructure society.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
She had a police department when she was there that, in fact, was abusing people's rights.
You want to compare records, and frankly, I'm shocked that you do.
It looks like one of us has learned the lessons of the past, and one of us hasn't.
Mr. Vice President, there's a saying in my community, you're dipping into the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor.
Mr. Vice President, you didn't answer my question. What did you mean when you said when a woman works outside the home, it's resulting in, quote, the deterioration of family?
Mr. Vice President, you want to be President of the United States, you need to be able to answer the tough questions. I guarantee you, if you're debating Donald Trump, he's not going to let you off the hook.
I love your affection for him. You spent a lot of time with him.
We're up here with makeup on our faces and our rehearsed attack lines.
We will tax the hell out of the wealthy.
The time is up. Our house is on fire. We have to stop using coal.
Go to Joe 30330.
The first thing that I'm going to do when I'm president is I'm going to Clorox the Oval Office.
Donald Trump is not behaving like a patriot.
We have a predator living in the White House.
The president is a racist.
The president's racist rhetoric should be enough grounds for everybody in this country to vote him out of office.
We can no longer allow a white nationalist to be in the White House.
I would trust anyone on this stage much more than I would trust our current president on matters of criminal justice.
We in the United States Congress should start impeachment proceedings immediately.
Mr. Vice President, you want to be President of the United States, you need to be able to answer the tough questions.
And if you want to compare records, and frankly, I'm shocked that you do, I am happy to do that.
It looks like one of us has learned the lessons of the past, and one of us hasn't.
You're dipping into the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor.
Kids belong in classrooms, not cages.
President Trump, under his administration, 7 children died in his custody.
Please be respectful. Please be respectful in the crowd.
These children have not committed crimes and should be not treated like criminals.
Our hearts break when we see those children at these detention facilities who've been separated from their parents.
They have turned our border into a symbol of nativist hostility. Immigrants are being scapegoated for issues they have nothing to do with in our economy.
It's all kind of a charade because there's 11 million people here, and everyone in theory has broken the law, but they're part of our communities now. They're part of our economy. They're our neighbors.
Open borders is a right-wing talking point.
That's playing into what the Republicans want, to pit some immigrants against other immigrants. Some are from shithole countries, and some are from worthy countries. The person that's enjoying this debate most right now is Donald Trump, as we pit Democrats against each other.
We've now had about 105 straight months of positive job growth, the longest streak in American history. Over 80 months of that was due to President Barack Obama.
We lost the state of Michigan because everybody from Republicans to Russians were targeting the suppression of African American voters. We need to say that.
I don't understand why Democrats on this stage are fear-mongering about universal health care. It makes no sense.
For these plans that rely on insurance companies, I'm sorry. They're for-profit companies. They have an obligation to their shareholders. They pay their CEO millions of dollars. They have to have quarterly profits. They have fat in the system that's real, and it should be going to health care.
Let's talk about
Iran.
Thank you, please.
We didn't talk about Iran.
Please.
Because we're on the march to war in Iran right now, and we blew by it.
Mayor, the rules, please follow the rules.
I respect the rules, but
Mayor,
we have to
Mayor,
stop
thank you
this
very
march
much.
to war in Iran.
We're
and the
going on,
Democrat
and we're going to
Party
talk
has
about
to
another
stand up
subject.
for it.
Thanks for being here tonight.
The person that's enjoying this debate most right now is Donald Trump, as we pit Democrats against each other. I was raised by 2 civil rights parents who told me to always keep your eyes on the prize. Mr. Vice President, you can't have it both ways. You invoke President Obama more than anybody in this campaign. You can't do it when it's convenient and then dodge it when it's not.
This is not about arbitrary deadlines. This is about leadership. The leadership I will bring to do the right thing, to bring our troops home within the first year in office, because they shouldn't have been there this long. For too long, we've had leaders who have been arbitrating foreign policy from ivory towers in Washington without any idea about the cost and the consequence, the toll that it takes on our service members. We have to do the right thing, end these wasteful regime change wars, and bring our troops home.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
This is the fourth debate that we have had, and the second time that we have been debating what people did 50 years ago with busing, when our schools are as segregated today as they were 50 years ago. We need a conversation about what's happening now. And when there's a group of kids in this country that don't get preschool through no fault of their own, and another group does, equal is not equal. And we've got a group of K-12 schools that are good because families can spend $1 million, and you've got the Detroit public schools that are as segregated as they were. Equal is not equal.
And I don't know what math you do in New York. I don't know what math you do in California, but I tell you, that's a lot of money. This idea is a bunch of malarkey, what we're talking about here.
It puts working people first.
Thank you, Mayor de Blasio.
Get over this.
Please be respectful. Please be respectful in the crowd. I think that folks are making a mistake by not pursuing impeachment.
I just want to make sure whatever we do doesn't end up with an acquittal by Mitch McConnell in the Senate, which it surely would, and then President Trump would be running saying that he had been acquitted by the United States Congress.
When we look back in history at what happened when a president of the United States started acting more like an authoritarian leader than the leader of the free world, the question is what will we have done? And I believe the Congress should do its job.
We have a predator living in the White House.
We can no longer allow a white nationalist to be in the White House.
The first thing that I'm going to do when I'm president is I'm going to Clorox the Oval Office.
Adios to Donald Trump.
4 more years of Donald Trump will go down as an aberration. Hard to overcome, the damage he's done, but we can overcome it. 8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way. The America we know will no longer exist. Everybody knows who Donald Trump is. We have to let him know who we are. We choose science over fiction. We choose hope over fear. We choose unity over division. And we choose the idea that we can, as Americans, when we act together, do anything. This is the United States of America. When we've acted together, we have never been unable to overcome whatever the problem was. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. Thank you very much.